But I'm telling you the truth, man. Siren's the one that just is so fucking pathetic. He would fall over, and I'm telling you, he would not be able to catch his fucking breath. You know, just at the fucking if you step.
Yes, listen. I've already heard it.
Yes, we all have.
Trust me.
He cried like a fucking uncontrollable little bitch when fucking Siren wouldn't. I mean, when Bobby wouldn't even talk to him.
Just fix it. Do whatever you've got to do. Just
you gotta do whatever it is you can do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crying like a little bitch.
I didn't
bet.
Did you miss what happened with him and I?
Yes, I wasn't here during that time.
Oh my god, it was bad. It was ridiculous.
I about had a stroke at the casino. I thought he was dying.
Yeah.
He called me and left me a voicemail, completely inconsolable, incoherent, bawling, couldn't breathe, snot crying about because Robbie wouldn't talk to him because Robbie and I were fighting.
Oh my god!
Just make it right. Whatever you've got to do, I don't care.
That's how you can understand.
You gotta fix this.
No, he left you a message like that.
It was like 5 minutes fucking long.
Oh, you played it?
I sure did.
Sure fucking did.
Wish I still had it.
Okay.
Somebody please tell me that you have the voicemail from Siren. Somebody has to have it.
And that would be hysterical.
You know who I bet has it is a potato.
Oh, I'm sure.
That potato's got everything.
Yeah.
Coops, he seems suicidal here.
That's exactly what I thought. I was at the casino when I got this message.
What is he saying?
He didn't answer me for almost 5 hours after I got that message.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't know where he was at. Yeah, I didn't know where he was at. Didn't know if he was alive, breathing, nothing. He sent me that message and then would not answer any of my messages. And for those of you who were fortunate enough to have missed this the first time, this was back in 2021. It was actually December 14th of 2021, right before my birthday. And that's why I was at the casino, because my birthday's on the 20th. And Robbie and I had it out, and it was all of us were arguing, and it had started about loofah. I had no idea where he was, because the night before he was upset, and I didn't even know if he went to work that day. So I get this message, and I about had a heart attack at the freaking casino, panic attack, middle of the casino floor, thinking that he's suicidal. And I'm calling, no answer. I'm texting, no answer. 5 hours almost until he answered me. And then the message he said after he answered was, "Sorry, thankfully it got busy at work."
What?
You son of a bitch, Siren. Here you are, Siren, spilling out all kinds of crazy shit like this. Coops missed over a dozen hands in No Limit Poker and video poker over nothing. You savage swine.
I left. I went home.
I don't blame you for going home. So basically, this guy ruined your whole fucking night over his drama.
My whole birthday trip.
Yeah, on your birthday. Thanks. Gee.
I decided to do this as members only, so that only members could chat, because of the nature of what I'm going to talk about. I've talked to my mods. Oh, thank you, K-Skin. Thank you. I've talked to my mods. I've talked to Lynn. I've talked to Christiane, Leanne, and Nat about this. And they've all known what was going on and why I was missing in action yesterday. What I'm going to talk about is pretty difficult. Thank you, Jelly Bear. Most of y'all know that it's been a pretty rough few months, and this last month has been pretty rough. You know, I say all the time that I'm so tired of people not being who they say they are. And I am so tired of, and y'all bear with me because I may stumble a little bit. This one's hard. This may be the hardest one I've ever had to talk about, as far as anybody on YouTube. Anyhow, you all know that the last few months have been pretty brutal, and I've been having issues with my blood pressure, and it's been better though. It's been better, and so I was really excited to go to the casino with my friend on Monday and stay the night. And I was supposed to come back yesterday afternoon. And all of this, let me say this before I keep going. All of this bullshit about the IRS and the tax stupidity with Sandra, ask yourself this. Why didn't she call Google? Did you have to put your social security number in to create your YouTube account? Why didn't she call Google and find out if her social security number was being used? I showed y'all where last year when I applied for monetization, I had to fill out a W-9. A W-9. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a tax form. And I showed that it says whose name is on the tax return. Mine. Do you not think that the IRS didn't realize that that wasn't my social security number, since I already got one tax form from what I made in December of last year? So do you not think that when that one was issued, that they didn't realize that the name and social security number was wrong if it had have been? Give me a break. I've already showed it. I've showed when I did it, December 8th of 2020. The reason that I'm not worried about it is because I haven't done anything. I'm not worried at all because I haven't done anything. And no matter how hard people that don't like me want to make it look like I have, give me a break. You have to verify your address through AdSense, which I've done. All of my payment information comes to me at my bank account. It says plainly, name on tax return, Natasha Cooper. Give me a break. So anybody who's running with that, let them. Let them. That's the least of my concerns. Now to get to this. Robin, you're popping up and down. I don't know what's happening. Hang on just a second. All right. So, some of my mods are going to be coming up here in a little bit just for support because they know how difficult this is. So, this is a members only stream. Anybody can see it, but only only members can comment. So like I said, I went to the casino. I met my friend there, and we had a really good day. I won a lot of money to me anyhow. And I just had a good time. The mods helped me gamble. Christiane helped me gamble. Picking turkeys. I just had a really good time. And then I got up yesterday. My friend left. And I was going to hang around a while because they were doing drawings all through the day. And since it's my birthday month, I'm entered in the drawings. So, you know, I stayed around. I'm doing my best. I'm going to put you up, and I'm going to put y'all small up here beside me. I'm trying to figure out the best way to tell this, if I should just start with what happened Saturday and then I have no idea who that is backstage, and I'm not putting anybody up here that I don't know. I just want to say that I'm so tired of being blamed with everything that happens to everybody. And I'm tired of giving everything I've got to people who don't give a shit. Hang on, I'll put the mods up. Small. All right, I'm gonna put y'all up on small on the side. All right. They're getting up here for support because I'm telling y'all, I don't get shaky much, but I'm shaky. Okay, I didn't know who it was. All my mods are coming up. I love y'all. All right. I try to do everything I can for people that are my friends and support them. Defend them. And a lot of times, it's to my own detriment. Most of the time. So, y'all all know about this fiasco with Robbie. And, you know, I've heard about some of the stuff that he's been saying. And as far as him saying that I was jealous of his legal fund, I don't give a shit about his legal fund. And he's a liar about what he said. I told him that what the route he was trying to go wasn't going to work because I had already talked to my attorneys about it. I was trying to help him. But he's too freaking stubborn to see that, and he thinks he's God's gift to the universe. And I'm sorry, but saying that you've been taking in Joyce Meyer, that's not helping you. And you ain't changed a bit. And all those people that are over there telling him how they are so proud of how he's changed, he hasn't changed. He's still the same jackass that he's always been. Saturday, Siren messaged me, freaking out, because Robbie had removed him from Discord and taken his wrench and didn't tell him anything about it. So he was flipping out about it, upset, flipping out. Sunday, Robbie blocked him on social media, on Facebook. He had a nervous breakdown, flipping out, whatever. I'm trying to talk him through it. I'm trying to, whatever. Siren communicated with him through text, and Robbie told him that if he came up on my panel and he could only say certain things, what he was supposed to say, yada, yada, yada. Well, Siren didn't tell me that Robbie was telling him to stay away from me. I had to learn that from what was happening on Robbie's panel last night when Siren was on there. And I'm just going to ask a question. For those of you who watched Robbie's panel last night, did Siren look upset at all? If you think he looked upset, could you put a 1? I have never been anything to Siren but a supportive friend. I have went to bat for him. I've defended him. Sunday night or Monday night, I can't remember which. Robbie started deleting messages, removing messages from our Facebook conversations. And I just said, LOL. I kept getting notices. Robbie Brown has removed message. Robbie Brown has removed a message. Robbie Brown has removed a message. This whole time, Siren thought that Robbie was on the outs with Lufa. But I noticed that Lufa kept posting in Robbie's Facebook group. And I asked him about it. And he said, he basically dismissed it and changed the subject and said, oh, who knows? You know how she is. Well, Siren didn't see it because Lufa has Siren blocked. So I didn't say anything because I didn't want to drag at that. Yesterday, I was sent a screenshot of Robbie in Granny's Watching Jessica Lynn's chat telling people that I was jealous of his legal fund. And Lufa said, I love you, Robbie. And he said, I love you too, Lufa. And I was taken aback. Granny's Watching Jessica Lynn's, because I was like, wait a minute. So I love my mods. So Siren, don't even. Don't even. Don't even. Don't even. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Why am I doing this to you? Yesterday, I sent Siren a screenshot. Somebody's not muted. Of what Robbie said to Lufa, because I didn't want him to be blindsided when he saw it. I was at the casino by myself. And I keep my phone in my purse so I don't check it all the time. And oh my God. I wasn't going to play this message. But all of these assholes that pick everything apart that I say, you have to hear this to understand. When I heard this message, all I could think about was my friend, and I was afraid that he was going to hurt himself. I didn't know what to do. I felt absolutely helpless. I've never had anybody ever send me a message like that, and I didn't know what to do. I was crying at the casino, and this little man next to me thought I'd lost all my money. And he gave me his little handkerchief. When I went to stand up because I was gonna go get all my stuff, and when I stood up, that's the last thing I remember. When I woke up, the little man was beside me and another man was on this side. I hit the floor at the casino. I don't know if it was because I don't know if I had a panic attack. I've never had one. I don't know, or if it was, but they took me to this little clinic thing. It was really a closet, and my blood pressure was 190 over 116. I called my doctor and he told me to go ahead and take my medicine. My blood pressure medicine. And the little man, the security dude, went up to my room and got it, and I took it. And then, for the next 4 hours, I didn't hear anything from Siren. Nothing. I laid in my bed at the hotel room, not knowing if he was dead, if he was hurt, if he had hurt himself. 4 hours. I told my kids that I was staying again because they were having drawings. I didn't want them to know because I knew they would try to come over there, and I didn't want them to worry. But there was no way that I could drive as dizzy as I was, and it's 2 hours. So I laid there and waited. Four hours later, after I've sent him all these messages, he sent me a message. And he said, I'm okay for now. Being completely swamped helped for a while. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. I'm over here thinking that he's hurt. Because of me. And I was on the phone with Leanne and Nat, and I'm thinking, I don't know what's wrong, if he's okay. I don't know if he's just taking time to try to get himself together. I don't know, because I haven't heard anything. And Leanne says that he's on Robbie's panel. I gotta take a minute.
We're all up here to support Natasha. No, this has affected all of us. The worry and guilt that Natasha had to carry on her shoulders.
The entire afternoon, yesterday, all the way through till this morning.
Where'd you go, Laura?
I'm here.
I'm gonna play the message because I want y'all to hear what I heard.
I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna close my camera.
Yeah, I had to shut mine off.
I don't know how to make this play from Facebook.
Can you maybe just put your phone on speaker and hold it up to your laptop, Tasha?
Yeah, I think I could do that.
That's probably what will be best. I'm gonna mute.
Oh, God.
Natasha, I can't have another nervous breakdown at work. Please just go and fix it. 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 I don't care who's wrong or right. Please just go and fix it. 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 Please just go and fix it.
You know,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, this affected you, Tasha, because it was sent to you, but we kind of all were put on red after that for over 5 hours. So it was kind of like the trickle effect where we all sat and worried as well. And then not hearing from you with what happened to you made everything just amplified. It just, I can't even speak. I'm trying to speak to fill in the gaps here of silence, but it just, none of it should have happened this way. None of it.
4 hours and 4 agonizing hours thinking that something had happened to him. I've never in my life had somebody make me feel that way. Ever. Ever. Siren, I was nothing but your friend. Nothing ever. I have never, ever done anything but defend you and be your friend and try and help you when you needed it. Have you ever done that for me? Have you ever once, Siren, just asked, hey, how are you with all of this stuff that's going on? I never made Siren choose anything. I knew that Siren would always choose Robbie because he is obsessed with him. There's no other way to say it. And Robbie uses him. And I've told him this. Robbie doesn't care anything about Siren. And I'm going to tell y'all. Hearing what you said last night on that panel, Siren, and saying that your friends shouldn't make you choose. And you didn't even correct the fact that I've never done that. Ever. I've never told you you had to choose. And for you to get on that panel last night and say that, and let the chat believe that it was me, and the things they were saying about me, about how horrible a friend I was, and I should have never done that to you. I should have never put you in that position. Me? I should have never done that to you. I felt just like somebody kicked me in my teeth. And then you sit up there and you say you couldn't stay mad at him because he's so hot. I wanted to vomit. Where was Robbie, Siren, when all of these people were saying all these horrible things about you? Where was Robbie? Was he defending you? Was he letting you up on his panel? What did he do? Not a damn thing, because he doesn't give a shit about anybody but himself. He let them say horrible stuff about you in his chat. And you get up on his panel. I would never have let anybody do that. People say, oh, it's just YouTube. Oh, it's just YouTube. Lauren, it is not the time. It is just YouTube. It is just YouTube. It is just YouTube. Well, guess what? This is my freaking life. This is my feelings. This is my health. And you didn't give a shit about me, Siren. You didn't give a shit about me. You sent me that message and wanted me to beg back to Robbie for you. Do you know how many people have reached out to me in the last 2 days just making sure I'm okay? Hundreds. Siren wasn't one of them. He didn't ask, are you okay? Why aren't you live? Is there anything wrong? There's 2 people. I don't even know what else to say. And this will just be another one for the haters to run with. But I'm going to tell you something that this has made me realize. I'm done choosing other people over myself. Done with it. No more. I've put so many people ahead of myself without a care in the world as to what it's going to do to me. I didn't care because I cared about the people that I thought was my friends. And they didn't give a shit about me. Siren, you didn't give a shit about me. I sent you messages after you sent me those 2 sentences. I sent you messages. You didn't even freaking respond. You read them and you didn't even respond. I've heard nothing else from you except those 2 sentences. Yes, Dalton knows. Dalton knows, and he wants me to quit completely. He never says anything about this mess. But he's fed up with it, and he's fed up with how it is affecting me. You know, all I could think about last night was how excited I was about being here for Christmas this year because of last year and COVID and everything that I went through. And I was so excited. And the only thing I could think about last night when I was laying there in my bed at a hotel all by myself was I survived COVID and that horrible experience to be here at a hotel by myself because I befriended a bunch of grown ass people who don't give a shit and who don't care about anybody but their damn selves. And that's the truth. Siren Siren, you were never my friend. I was your friend. And somehow, every time this shit happens, I get blamed for it. And I haven't done a damn thing except be there for you every freaking time you needed me. Every time he stomped on you, every time he stomped your heart and you felt some kind of way, I was there for you. But you've never been there for me. Ever. And neither have all of these other people. Like Robbie. Do you think Robbie's ever once messaged me to make sure I'm okay with all this stuff that's been going on? Do you think Robbie's ever asked me anything about my health or how I'm doing? The only time Robbie ever contacted me was when he wanted something from me or to laugh or make fun of somebody. That's it. And interestingly enough, the stuff that he deleted out of the Facebook thing, I already had screenshots of it, Robbie. Not my first rodeo. And there's absolutely nothing in any messages between us that I give a shit if anybody sees. You? I don't think so. Dalton's just worried. But he knows that I don't listen to anybody. And I want the mods, if any of them have anything they want to say, because I'm telling y'all, yesterday, I don't even know, where I was, how I was, and, they've been there for me the whole time, and they were just as upset about it as I was, and worried, and we were even trying to figure out who was closer to him to get somebody there fast. But I'm going to say this. Siren, you said last night on that panel that you had just about decided well, first you made a reference to letting somebody be a serial killer, or choosing somebody who was a serial killer and dismissing it, or somebody who was just a horrible person. So I don't know who you were referencing with what, but the analogy was not lost on me. And I said this today to my mods, and I said it to Christiane, Nat, Leanne, and to Lynn. You don't have to worry about making a choice, because I'm making that choice for you. You were never my friend. Ever. I was yours. And I'm done with it. If you had been my friend, if you had cared anything about me, you wouldn't have left me hanging for 4 hours thinking that you were dead somewhere. And I've been so worried about you. Tam, the sad thing about that is he knows he's being used. He knows he's being used. Oh, I guarantee you he's not hysterically crying to Robbie to make it better either. Because Lord forbid he does something to offend Master Robbie, or hurt Robbie's feelings, or not bow down to Robbie and kiss his feet. Lord forbid that. But fuck me, the person who's actually been there and defended him. I'm over it. And this is exactly what I said. This is exactly what I said. I'm done with people who use me. Siren loved being up here on my panel. He loved the attention. Robbie doesn't give him that. Robbie doesn't even want him on his panel. He ignores him. When Siren's in Robbie's chat and Robbie's talking about somebody coming up on panel, Robbie literally ignores him when he says, I'll come up, I'll come up, I'll come up. You know, Lynn said something to me today, and I'm going to repeat it. I'm not anybody's doctor. I'm not anybody's therapist. I'm just a person just like you. And I have freaking feelings just like everybody else. And I am tired of giving 100% to people who don't give me anything. Done. I've got to start putting myself first. Because I'm important too. Even though all of these other people don't give a shit, I'm not letting other people's freaking problems and their guilt make me feel guilty anymore. I'm just not. Yeah, right, Sabrina. Robbie's not going to share the spotlight with anybody. Robbie's a one-man show because he has to have all the attention. I'm going to let my mods who want to talk because, like I said, this didn't just affect me. It affected them too. They were on the phone with me at 1 o'clock this morning. Colleen was telling me to go to bed because I was starting to sound sleepy.
I'll make it quick. And then I'm going to take my laptop to the couch. This impacted all of us. And the first thing I thought of is like, how can someone that says they're a friend to Natasha ghost her after leaving that message? To me, it was like, no, but we need to focus on Natasha. How is Natasha doing? I just feel like I know all these hate channels are going around or awareness, but this is so different. This is someone that was a friend. And I was so upset. I never slept last night because when we did talk to Natasha at 1 o'clock in the morning, how do you think she sounded? Her heart is broken. And it's just not fair. I can't get my brain wrapped around it. And I'm a very logical person. So I thought, well, he's at work. So I typed up 3 little short scenarios and sent those today, like how long it would take. And it was literally 5 seconds. Just say, I'm okay. I'll call after work. You know, I'm worried about Natasha. And I love being here. You know, I've never been forced to do anything. I just want to support my friend. I love the channels and community that Natasha has built on Blood, Sweat, and Tears. She has an incredible work ethic. She works all the time. She has, strategies and goals and what she wants to do with the channels. I mean, this is a tough job. But then for something like this to happen when it's your friend, and then, you know, we all feel helpless. We weren't by Natasha. We couldn't go to her, you know, earlier in the afternoon. You know, we were like going to buy a plane ticket, or could we send one of the mods to Siren? I can't fly right now. Natasha can't. So, you know, who could go? Who's the closest to Siren? Or should we fly Siren out? You know, we were thinking of all these different scenarios because we just didn't know. We were willing to do anything. So now, you know, it's aftermath, right? You have to process all of that, because all I kept thinking about last night is, thank God Siren is okay, right? But for 4 hours, Natasha never heard from him. And what is that going to do to her? What is that going to do to her overall? It's really difficult. You can't just, you know, okay, bye, see ya. You have to process stuff like this. And it's not easy. And she's in a public forum. I don't know. I saw love bombing going on in like a different channel yesterday. There was fighting, but in chat, someone kept telling the creator, I love you, and I love you, I love you, I love you. So I told Natasha and all the mods, I said, if I ever start doing that, tell me to walk away from the laptop, give me help. But I am going to say this. I'm going to contradict myself. I do love you, Natasha. I know we haven't met in real life, but we've talked on the phone. You've been there for so many other people. And I just don't think anyone knows that. You know, you're not going to share all that. You're an inspiration, and you are a strong person, but you have feelings just like all of us do. So that's all I have to say. I'm going to let someone else get up here, okay?
Thank you. I love you too. I don't know if anybody else wants to talk or not.
I'll go. I wasn't on the call at 1 a.m. I was fast asleep, but you know, I was there when all of that transpired yesterday afternoon. And you know, I think it should be known that it got so overwhelming for Natasha during all of this that she had to leave her own chat group for several hours. And, you know, there's 20 to 30 of us, however many there are. I'm not sure to be, you know, exact. You know, left to trying to figure out what to do and how to help Tasha, Siren. I mean, to be left not knowing who was okay and or who wasn't, God forbid. You know, like I said, I was asleep last night, but first thing this morning, the first thing that showed up on my YouTube notifications was Robbie's live last night. And I made it through maybe a quarter to a half of it before I had to shut it off because I couldn't wrap my head around what had happened yesterday to what had happened just hours later, with everything seeming hunky-dory. I mean, at the beginning of the live, Siren didn't even have his wrench. And then he's on panel and Robbie's saying, I'm sorry, I love you, Siren. So right there, it has to say, who was in the wrong? Not Natasha. Not Natasha. You know, and then for Siren to say on panel and a live, please, to everybody, don't message me or text me or call me while I'm at work unless it's a life or death situation. Okay, that can be respected. However, don't send that sort of message to somebody while you're at work and then leave them on red for the next 4.5 to 5 hours. Because I've been there, and that is not a good feeling for anybody around you. Nobody. You know, and I can appreciate Siren for not, you know, wanting to get messages at work. He has a serious job. I'm not going to dox him. I mean, nothing like that, but he needs to have his mind with him. But if you're that incapable just 4.5 hours prior, then say something back. Don't leave everybody just worrying. I don't know. There's really not much more that I can say besides, you know, I stand with Natasha. I sometimes screw up. I'm sometimes harsh in chat. I love all of our members and supporters and everybody, but that's just my personality. I'm bold. I'm a bold person. I say it like it is. I don't ever mean to offend anybody. If I do, I apologize. I'll apologize in advance. But that's why at the beginning of this tonight, I kept saying in chat, 0 tolerance, and there will be no warnings. This is too sensitive. You know, there's so much hate out there everywhere. It doesn't need to come into one particular channel where all we try to do is genuinely laugh and try to have a good time. Everybody has issues in their real every day-to-day life. This is where we want to come at the end of the day and laugh and joke. And some people think karaoke. I don't. That's my personal preference. But, you know, I enjoy it. And it's fun. And I think Natasha's given us a spot to do that. And we should be thankful for that. You know, it's time that people start taking responsibility for their actions and start seeing what's right and what's wrong. And, you know, with that, I'm going to be quiet because I wasn't around for the remainder of the evening last night, but it was nerve-wracking. It was nerve-wracking. I know I can say probably 3/4 of, if not all of us mods were in literal tears when we heard that message. And we were trying to figure out who was closest to Siren. To figure out who could maybe, you know, get in touch with somebody or get to him fast. But, you know, just, I pray for everybody that's going through a rough time right now, you know, and I feel like a lot of that has happened. But you need to figure out who your real friends are. That's all I'm going to say. Tasha, I'm here for you. And I'm going to jump off the panel because I don't know if anybody else wants to come up and my phone's going to die.
Thank you, Lord.
So I'll go and chat. And if another mod wants to come up, that's fine. But I am here for you and I'm here for you in the back.
Thank you.
You take care.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a completely different situation because obviously this community adored Siren. I have no doubt that people loved him here. Believe us. I mean, just as shocked. I was exhausted yesterday. Um, I did my own thing. I didn't even know he was even on a panel. I had to find out in the morning. Well, 1 or 2:30. I can't remember. It's when we talked to Tasha because she. Yeah. Okay. So I know I personally and would have, and I don't regret it. Stick up for him. Um, I don't think it matters what anybody says. It's always going to be twisted or put into some kind of box. But I think for the people that have been around long enough, it's clear the attacks that have been on him, just atrocious attacks from many, many angles. Okay. Not one time have I ever heard one mod or Tasha talk poorly about him. We genuinely loved him being here. But to worry that much all day long, for some of us, we're just so exhausted, we just fell asleep. To then find out he was okay. I mean, thank God. But I think it just left us a lot perplexed. Especially when a lot of these chats they bash him. They call him creepy. They call him weird. They say horrible things about his kids, which I do want to say, I did see this in chat. Please don't talk about his kids. Don't talk about his parenting. That's not what this is about. I'm not looking to put Robbie down at all. What I will say is that what's abundantly clear is there was a conversation yesterday that got him upset, Siren upset, to a point where he did get a hold of Natasha and said, please do anything to fix it. So that tells us that someone else put him in a position to choose. I promise you, he didn't have to choose over here. The upsetting part is that we literally were hanging. We literally were scrambling to figure out what we could do. Talk about a very helpless feeling. I've been there. I was in Arizona with my dad. Thank God he's alive. It's also not been a secret. Siren has shared that he does struggle with depression, and Robin has posted the suicide hotline. So believe me, I'd much rather trust that someone needs help than not. So yeah, I think a lot of us were shocked when we found out that he did respond, but it was very, I don't know, very kind of like, don't bug me. And then to hear, don't reach out to me unless somebody's on their deathbed or somebody's dying. I don't know what he said, but something like that. It's like, well, wait a minute. You did reach out to Tasha though, in that manner. And I don't know, like I just have a bunch of feelings going on right now. I think it's because we see a lot of things behind the scenes, but this community loves him and loved him. I know I'm not wrong on that. We supported him. We backed him when nobody else did. And to be in an environment where people are present that called him creepy, that accused him of things, I mean, bad things. I just don't even know how to wrap my brain around it, you know? I just know that we all just feel kind of sick to our stomachs. I think it was imperative for Tasha to come forward and say this just so that people finally see that this isn't theatrics. I'm almost willing to say she did